I'm back. If you guys are liking these videos, just like and subscribe at the bottom. And I'm just going to be doing my weekly reviewing what's been going on in the Cardano CNFT space, usually just by going over the top 10 and any other news. Let's start off. There was a couple of mints this week, Moonimals and Yeti. So they minted. They had a surge right after. I think they should be on the 24-hour charts. Here's Moonimals. So they minted for 40. Floor's at 46. If you got some rares, you could sell those. Yeti minted for 25. Their floor's at 30. Now they both made, I think Yeti's made like 1,800 A to sell, and Moonimals has made 1,400 or something. But I don't know if they're gonna have staying power. It's getting hard to keep the volume up a couple days past mint. So yeah, there were some mints yesterday, and then Mandrills is next week. But besides that, going over the projects still at the top on our 7-day. This is a weekly review, so we're gonna go over a 7-day. Pavia is still at the top. Now they finished their mint. It went pretty smooth. I guess there was like some controversy with Cardano Buzz. He left, and I don't know. There's the real controversy should be, is there going to be like, how is it possible for some on-docs devs to make a metaverse? And everyone just thinks it's going to happen. I know I say this every time, but it's just like, you know how hard it is just to make Grand Theft Auto, a centralized video game? You need a huge team of Activision Blizzard in 5 years. But anyways, the lands are down to 410 floor. So that was to be expected when they double supply. Honestly, I think they're holding their price decently because everyone got their lands now. And yeah, it's around 380 to 400 floor, and that's going to be a while like that. But, Pavia is still the number one metaverse on Cardano, so it's doing fine. As an investment, it's probably pretty good. As long as the overall market is good, Pavia will do good. Next, we have Boss Planet. So this was Boss Cat Rocket Club's metaverse. I mean, they've been doing a lot of volume. I guess these mint for 60, and they sell for like 500 to 600 right away. I tried to mint some. I didn't get any. I know they only did 2,000 for public mint out of 36,000. Which is interesting. Like, it's not a lot. So all whitelisted people got the other 34,000. But they're doing massive volume for being new, which every Boss Cat project does. So they got their loyal. There's probably people that only are into Boss Cat stuff, and that's it. I mean, let's look at this wallets. Okay, so this is JPEG. This is kind of weird. Can you guys see that? Whoa. Look at all these wallets that hold exactly 200. 200. 200, 200, 200, 200. That's a lot of wallets that hold 200 land plot. Did whitelisted people get 200? And then that's the only thing they have in their wallet? Do you guys see this? 200, 200, 195, 195, 190, 190, 190, 190. Huh. I mean, that's weird. It's a lot of wallets with 200, like 20 of them, and then a couple wallets with 190. But then when you're on JPEG, most of the wallets only have like 10 lands in them. So they transfer over 10. I don't know. Anyways, they're doing their metaverse. They also have the rocket parts and the rocket cats holding up fine. I mean, floors are going down, but they're supporting 3 projects now. So rocket parts down to 4,400 and cats are down to 2,300. I mean, it seems fine. So they're still doing pretty good volume because their stuff is expensive. Oh, whoops, I should be on 7-day. All right, we already covered the rocket parts at number 7 when we get there. Dead Pixels still making sales. Number 3 for the week. And their floor is really, it just keeps going up. They've definitely surpassed Clay's. That's the number 2 after Space Buds. I mean, people are really sniping these pixels for those traits for this play to earn game. If they can deliver that game, they say 1 pixel, 1 house. If they can deliver this game and people are building these other pixels off the blockchain and they have to pay for traits for people who own the pixels on the blockchain. Yeah, if they could deliver that, that's cool. And it seems doable because it's not like a metaverse where it's like, like so much stuff is tied to the blockchain. The majority of the game is not going to be tied to the blockchain. It's just like, they bought a trait and on the blockchain you own the pixel, so you get paid. I mean, it's a cool off-chain, on-chain type of system they could do. I wonder if every time I have to go back, no, it stayed at 7 days. So yeah, pixels, man, I keep feeling like I want to get in pixels, but it's too expensive. But then it keeps going up. Like you should just get one, right? 1 pixel, 1 house. All right, Space Buds number 5. Space Buds still doing good. Their floor dipped a little bit. But I mean, they rode up. So the floor is like 67 for like the very most basic. Their rares haven't really come down much. Like if you just even try to get like, I don't know, like bulls are still like 800,000. No dinos are for sale. Let's see a fish. Any fish. Jeez, that can't be. Jeez. 69. See, the rares didn't even come down. Man, there's not even a lot on the market either. But yeah, so whoops. So they like I said, they made that move from 3,500 all the way up to like 7,200 floor, 7,100. And that was just a little pullback to 6,600. That is not a big deal at all. That is such a small pullback compared to where they do. Look, it looks like it's doing like a big cup and then a handle. And then it's just going to go up again. We need the market to turn around. So ADA is under $1 right now. I think it's like the crypto markets follow the stock markets, and then the NFT markets follow the crypto markets. And as soon as the Russia war, whatever, US, that's holding down the stock market. So once that's over, I think Putin and Biden might talk finally. I don't know. Whatever. Once that's over, the stock market should take off, and then crypto will be like, okay, now crypto coins can start going back up. And then once that happens, just NFTs go up. They go up in ADA, and they also go up in price. It's like you get the best of both worlds. But this is such a little pullback. It's just like, man, I still love Space Buds. All right. As you keep seeing, I can see that Disco Solaris. And that's because Disco Solaris, what is going on here? Is number 6. Pretty strong showing for a new project. They've had an all-time high sale of 25K. Their floor is back down to around 120. It's been around 130, 140 the whole time, and now it's coming back down to 120. Remember, these minted for 55 only 2 weeks ago. So a lot of times projects mint, floor goes up, comes all the way back down, but this did that already. If you remember my last my last weekly review. I said, hey, I think once it came down to 60, now's the time to buy. And if you remember my video, let's see if we got a 7-day floor. It's still kind of too early to look at these charts. Need more time frame. This looks weird because it has that initial like, just kind of like not enough data there. But so the floor is like, yeah, the floor is around 120 60, 70 last time. If you remember my last video, I was like, but you should get the teal floor. It's moving up. And teal floor, what was it when I made that video? Probably like 170 or something, 200. Teal floor is 600 now. And it was at like 700, 800. So this little pullback is back. So it's moved up a lot more than just, the rares have really moved up. They've made multiple 2,000, 5,000, 8,000, 10,000 sales. So I feel like this project is now here to stay. It's not going to be in the class of like blue clays and pixels and space buds yet, of course. It just hasn't had enough time. But so many new projects try to make the name for themselves, and they do for like the first couple, however, and then they just can't sustain. I feel like this is a sustainable project to look out for now. It's going to be around. I mean, the art's just too awesome. Let's see what the blue floor is. 250. So that was at like 100 last time. Well, the floor, that was at like 80, 90. And the normal floor is like 60, 70. And then what really moved up was crazy was these cops. The cop floor is almost 3,000. This was like 500 when I was talking to you guys, maybe even cheaper. Oh, wow. It's actually 2,100. I did not know someone listed. It's actually probably cheaper because this senior cop should be more expensive, and he's 2,100. So the actual cop could go to like 1,900. Let's say 2,000 floor. That's still really good. This guy is paper handsing. So yeah, and then let's check the rares. Let's see here. Last time I was checking rares. Yeah, rares they were a couple hundred now. Like now the top 300 is like 670. So yeah, here you go. This project's really starting to, it solidified itself as a player. That's for sure. There's some rare traits here. Green hat, 2650. I mean, these prices are not cheap. Fancy butterfly hat. Oh, did someone buy the other guy with the whole outfit? Wow, look at these fancy butterflies. The floor is 1,000. When did these get bought? Or they got taken off the market? And then there's only 2. I think there's only 3 in the whole set and only 2 on the market with this fancy hat and the fancy shirt. It has the same name. So it's like the complete outfit. Let's see. We can see all of them. We could do fancy shirt with fancy hat. Wait a second. Isn't it supposed to have not just the ones that are listed? What's going on here? I gotta refresh this. Some of these sites, some of these Cardano layer 2 sites, man. Fancy butterfly and fancy shirt. Oh, what? It wasn't. Did you see that? It was bugged out. It wasn't showing him. He's 785. Wait, what? That's cheaper than the. It must not have been showing some. Oh, because I had the rank. Oh, that's why the fancy hat was only 1,000. I mean, that's why it was so high. Actually, this guy for 785 seems like a deal. The whole outfit. That's all of them, and they're all for sale. That's all, because I'm not even listing it on price. Let's do price. It's because I had the rank. Oh, so the fancy hat price is 600. That makes sense. Wow, this guy with the whole outfit for 785 seems like a steal. I mean, his rank is not as high as like this one, but he has the whole outfit. There's only 3 like that. And they're all for sale. All right, so yeah, I'm just saying, like, besides just the floor price, there's a lot of these discos are expensive now with certain traits. The large amber necklace. I mean, this one's 2,000, but you can't even see it. It's hidden under the thing. So the real floor, I would say, is like 2,500 for this large amber necklace. There's only 25. I mean, these are pricey. So yeah, but I still think you're early. You're still way early. We're 2 weeks into this. You could still snipe certain stuff. You know what I was looking at earlier? There's a trait count, the really low ones. So the 6 trait count. Oh wait, let's not do. Yeah. Oh wait, let's do 7 trait counts. 6 trait counts, all cops. So it's all cops, but there's only 3 non-cops that have 7 traits. That's pretty cool. There's only 3 of them. I mean, the only one listed is really expensive, 5K. But anyways, yeah. So disco is making a name for itself. There's big players in the disco market. It's made tons of big sales, 4-figure sales, 5-figure sales. Yeah, the last thing I want to show you is these spacesuits. These things are really expensive. Green spacesuit, 10K floor. These are selling for 9K, 10K. Violet spacesuit, 8K floor. My friend minted one of these in. Well, if he's watching, he sold it quick after mint, and then they went way up. So you never know. But yeah. So you're still way early on this. This is a good project to get into, and it just seems solid. Makes big sales, but you can still get in cheap. It's not like it's so expensive as clays and space buds and pixels. And it's my favorite art. All right, let's go to the next one. We already covered rocket parts. Ape Nation. So yeah, they minted for around 36, and now their floor is like 40. These guys had a decent amount of hype for a solid few days, which they got more hype than I would have expected. They're still making sales, 4 per hour, 5 per hour. Totally fine. I mean, there's the art. I never thought it was anything special. I was surprised that they went off, but I think they got a little cult following, some OGs in the Cardano space. Sorry. Something caught in my throat. Rat DAO. Now, Rat DAO is they're airdropping their Rats token. Genesis holders get 2,500 and regular token holders get 277, and you have to take it off the exchange for like this weekend, and then you're going to get your tokens on Monday. So that's pretty cool. I'm surprised. Look, people are still buying them. They're not going to get their tokens. Maybe they think they'll get them, like they'll do it last second. But yeah, I'm interested to see. You're supposed to be able to trade those Rats tokens on Sunday Swap eventually. Those Rats tokens are supposed to be like, there's only 100 million of them. And that's how you get your share of the treasury. Is those things are going to be like, kind of like, I think kind of I'm not exactly sure how it's going to work. They're going to have to make that whole DAO system work. But yeah, you're going to get it, and then you're going to get airdrop those tokens. Then they're going to do another airdrop, which is the second half of them, or maybe even more than that. And then you're going to be able to stake your tokens, and the Genesis and the governance are going to get you the same amount once you get to the staking spot. It's just that the Genesis gets you a lot more from airdrops. All right, Cardano Village is number 10. I was surprised this. Another kind of metaverse land. I mean, how many land can people buy? Pavia, Boss. This is like, I think this is only making sales because it's cheaper. It's like cheaper than Pavia, and people want to get in on this type of stuff. Cotton it. It's just another metaverse with like, dude, these metaverses aren't getting made. You're literally buying just the same art pick of this land plot, and it says -150, -120, 150, 132. It's just, I don't get it. All right, Chilled Kongs, Clay Nation, Ada Apes, Right Outside. Good Charlotte made a search for a little bit. Benjamin Eggs. These are all good honor roll mentions. Ada Apes floor dropped to 250. That had a lot of hype. They made a 100K sale. But that seemed more hype driven than like Disco. Disco seems like real legit making a name for itself. It doesn't feel like it's all hype on Disco, right? The Ada Apes felt like, oh man, like this is so much hype. This just feels like solid. Now they have slowed down the last day or two, but that's all markets. So let's see if they could weather the storm. Everyone actually, if Cardano can turn around, cryptos can turn around, the stock markets can turn around. Once that happens, you can get into Disco pretty cheap. All right. That's about it. There's a couple mints this week. That's the top 10 for the week. And Mandrills is minting next in about 5 days. That's going to be the next mint you guys are going to want to do. Mandrills. Join the Discord. Try and mint them, at least for a flip, at the very least. All right. I'll see you guys next week. Like and subscribe. And I will do upcoming mints next week and another weekly review. Thank you.